Hi everyone, Mrs. Lynch here with a how-to video for our independent reading project for the year. Today, I'm going to show you how to use a great Google tool called Google Books. It's going to help us reach our goals as readers this year, to help us set goals, to find books that we like, books that we might want to read, as well as keep track of what we've accomplished and the books that we've already read. So you can get to Google Books just by typing Google Books up in the search bar. You may also find it in the handy dandy waffle up in the top right-hand corner, but you should get to books.google.com. And the first thing that you might see is a search bar, and this is a great place to start. Today, we're going to start by trying to search for a book that we've read and enjoyed. So I'm going to start with The Hunger Games, one of my favorites. And I find it right up here as the first result, The Hunger Games, and when I click on it, there are a variety of options that I will have. The first thing that pops up is a preview of the book. So if this is a book I've read, I don't need to look at the preview, but we'll talk about when that might come in handy later. So I can X out of this preview by clicking the X in the top right-hand corner. Then I'm going to add this to my library, which is right here in the middle, as a book that I've read, have read and done. Okay, this is already there, it looks like, great. And so then I can go back to the other tab where I have the book, and I can scroll down to find a few things that might be helpful for me. I can find information about the author, more books by the author, which is where you might find out if you liked the first book, if there's more books in the series, or if you really liked the way that the author wrote, you could read other books by that author. So here I might be in, and you can also scroll down and find anything else that might be interesting from the publisher as well. So here I realized The Hunger Games is a series, and Catching Fire, the second book in the series, might be a book I want to read. So I'm going to click on that and add it to my library as a book that I want to read. Right there. And then I can go back and do a few things with this book that I might want to read. You can preview the book, which is what happened when we first clicked The Hunger Games. And you can scroll down and actually read through the first few pages of the book to get an idea if, number one, you're going to enjoy the book, because remember, our independent reading books should be books that we're going to enjoy, as well if it's a book that's just right for you, something that you're going to enjoy reading because it is easy enough for you to read, but still challenging enough for you that you can use it for this project. Once you're done with that, again, you can X out of it in the top right-hand corner. If you're also maybe still not sure, you can also read reviews of this book and to see if anyone else has the same opinions as you. And if you decide that, again, you really want to read this book and you want to buy it, you can buy it through Barnes & Noble, Amazon, etc. You can see if the ebook is available, or even see if it's available at a library near you, which I highly recommend. Again, this is another place where you can see more books by the author. And then probably my favorite feature is to see Google Books suggest similar books to you. So let's say you've gotten through the whole Hunger Games series and you've added all of them to your library as books that you've read, and you want Google Book to give you some more suggestions about similar books. You can scroll down and you can find other books such as the Divergent series, which is a similar dystopian novel, and add it to your library as something that you might want to read. So when it's time to pick an independent reading book, you should have no trouble at all utilizing Google Books to help you find one, adding things to your library to see what you want to read, so that when it comes time to choose, you can go to your library, which has shelves on the left side of the screen, to check and see what you've added to your list and get ideas of what you can go search for at the library or to buy on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. You can also favorite books, and it'll keep that on your list. And you can also create new shelves if you wanted to get more specific with maybe books you liked, books you abandoned, books you didn't like. And then again, you have the ones keeping track of the ones that you've read as well, so that when I want to talk to you about the books that you've read, you can go back and tell me what you read. And then at the end of the year, we're going to celebrate all of the accomplishments and all of the books that we have on our have read list, because there's going to be a lot. Again, we want to use Google Books. Our goal for today is to try to add at least one to our library that we have read, and use that to find at least one more and add it to our library of one that we would like to read. If there are any questions at all about utilizing Google Books, please be sure to ask me so that we can use this great Google tool to our advantage this year. Thank you.